My life lesson of the day: if you have a chance, don't get into business. It's difficult, a pain. People don't cooperate well. If you can get into a business job and find people who cooperate with you, then I am jealous, because in the current life I live in, people are very difficult to work with. I mean, I get those lucky few that it's all smiles and happiness. But overall, you really can't do anything here. Because you really can't be mad at people for not cooperating, because they might be busy. Especially if you're trying to use Skype, for instance. People are busy. And what can you do? What can you do? You can't stop them from doing the thing they are doing and make them do the thing you want to do. I'm gonna rant about this more a little bit. Let's roll the intro. I asked my friends to say hi to you guys, and that's what they sent to me. Good friends. Good friend. And with that, welcome to today's episode of Randomocity. I'm your host, the one, the only, the Team Avatar 12. Guest star, well, all of them, I guess, on here. Because, unfortunately for all of my Skype fellow peoples, I guess the individual who was supposed to be scheduled for Sunday's episode, which I hope is today. It's today Sunday. I'm hoping it is. It worked out. It couldn't work. Turns out, apparently, for some reason, the Skype call would not work for them, and then they just got busy. I can't help that. I cannot help that. Anyway, today, because we were gonna have fun early interviewing him, but we can't. I pulled up random facts on the internet, and I want to see if you know them. I'm probably not gonna know any of these, but you know, why not? Let's give it a go. Random facts. Okay. The link I'm currently getting this from is from BuzzFeed.com. 42 incredibly weird facts that you'll want to tell all your friends. Link to this article will be in the description below. Let's begin. I'll just pick out the ones I like, and you can look at the rest of them when you see the link. Okay. Longest time between two twins being born is 87 days. 87 days? That's kind of... How would that work? That doesn't seem right to me. I mean, if you think it's twins, well, if it is twins, you think they would be... How would that work? Did that mean when the 9-month span began before, was there like another conception, like a few months after the first conception, and they both managed to be successful? Does no one here know how to use protection anymore? Or maybe did you want to... I don't know. You'd figure by the first, 3 months, by now you would figure, oh, we're having a baby. Let's not do this. Or does that not matter? I don't know. I'm a child. Well, by child I mean I'm under 18. What would you do? Doesn't matter. What do you want? What do you want? I don't understand. In 2007, an American man named Corey Taylor tried to fake his own death in order to get out of his cell phone contract without paying a fee. It didn't work. Corey in the house! Fake your own death to get out of a cell phone fee that you did not want to pay. Did it get to that point where... Why do you not want to pay? First of all, if you have the money to afford a cell phone, then you should at least have the money to pay the contract. Faking your death. There's a lot of other things you could fake your death for, rather than faking just get out of a cell phone contract. I don't understand why. Of all things to fake your death out of it, you're gonna fake your death out of a cell phone contract? Come on, people. Let's be logical here. The oldest condoms ever found date back to 1640s. They were found in a cesspit at Dudley Castle and were made from animal and fish intestines. Also, that explains the couple whose twins were born 87 days apart. Second time they were trying to use protection. I guess it didn't work. I don't know. I'm done. Everyone has a unique tongue print. So I guess if people stamp tongues well, mark them, you could tell there none two are the same. That's random, but no, now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense. I mean, cells, like no two twins are exactly alike. It makes sense. It makes sense. You know, whatever. Most Muppets are left-handed. It's random, I'll say that much. Left-handed Muppets. Boop, 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 boop. I have a few friends that are left-handed. Country Bro 100. Brandon K. He's left-handed. Did you know that? Not reading about the kangaroos. Sorry, Woody. Light doesn't necessarily travel at the speed of light. The slowest we've ever recorded light moving is only 38 miles per hour. That's still pretty decently fast, well, depending on what you're looking at. I ride my bike at the top speed I got on that was like 20 miles. I never rode like a direct downhill. So, I don't know. How I check, you say? By one of those police things they usually hang up that checks cars' mile speed. It picks up on your bike. And you're running. I ran 12 miles. I ran 12 miles an hour. One of those things. Think of that. Now, for those of you who say 12 miles is not that fast, shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Moving on to the next fact. The loneliest creature on Earth is a whale who has been calling out for a mate for over 2 decades, but whose high-pitched voice is so different to other whales that they never respond. I guess that's something me and the whale have in common. Can you imagine what it's like? Not only that being a certain species, but you're alone, and no one knows who you are, just because you're different. Or, in his case, he sounded different, so no one recognized him. That's like people from different countries come to America, like foreigners. People find them different. Well, actually, no, that's a different case in LC, but we're not going to go there. People find them different. It's weird. They always find them different. You can't expect much from that. I don't know. But people who... The first man to urinate on the moon was Buzz Aldrin, shortly after stepping onto the lunar surface. One small step for man, one giant puddle for mankind. Me with my terrible puns. I should just get out of here. Some fruit flies are genetically resistant to getting drunk, but only if they have an inactive version of a gene scientists have named Happy Hour. Fruit flies get drunk. Welcome to Randomocity. In 1567, the man said to have the longest beard in the world died after he tripped over his beard running away from a fire. I don't have a beard. I have like 3 hair strands. But I can do this anyway. Because, yeah. So, I'm assuming his beard caught on fire, maybe? Question mark? Doesn't say that's what happened. He tripped over it. The article makes it sound like when he tripped, he died. Not the actual fire. But I don't know. Some people just don't know how to word articles. The Dance Fever of 1518 was a month-long play of inexplicable dancing in stars, blah, I don't know how to pronounce it, in which hundreds of people danced for about a month for no apparent reason. Several of them danced themselves to death. The dancing fever is a real disease. No jokes, people died from that. It's jokes about scenarios where people died in them. Well, I guess if you want to think about it, people have died from every way possible. Heck, they even got a show called 1,000 Ways to Die. And 1,000,000 Ways to Die in the West. I actually watched that the other day. Freaking hilarious. I don't know why, but Gilbert Gottfried as Abraham Lincoln just cracks me up. And then the random ass Doc Brown reference cameo thing, and Seth MacFarlane, just a funny actor, personal opinion. The first American film to show a toilet being flushed on the screen was Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Think about that. You've watched a lot of movies, but how often do you see characters like going to the bathroom or actually flushing the toilet? You hardly ever see them. I was actually kind of glad Zombieland did something like that. It's like, thank you, people actually need to go to the bathroom at some point in their life. You can't just go several movies without... I mean, yes, there's time where it's like this list of, cut space, where you don't know what happened. They could have gone then. Whoop-de-doo. Or maybe like The Expendables. Half the movie they're on the plane. You've seen that plane a lot. I don't think there's a bathroom on there. With how old they are, do you think they just wear diapers under all that armor or something? I'm terrible. I'm sorry. But props to you, Alfred. Props to you. A U.S. park ranger named Roy C. Sullivan held the record for being struck by lightning the most times, having been struck and surviving 7 times between 1942 and 1977. He died of a self-inflicted gunshot in 1983, 6 years after he had been struck for the 7th time by lightning. I wonder what that does to you. I mean, like, you go through shock. How? That's going to affect your heart majorly. I mean, a lot of people will die only by their first shot struck by lightning. This dude survived 7 and then accidentally shot himself. Or purposely shot himself. I don't know. I'm not going deeper in the article. You can find that out. The longest musical performance in history is currently taking place in the Church of St. Bacardi in Halberg, Germany. The performance of John Cage's organ, ASLAP, as slow as possible, started on September 5th, 2001, and is set to finish 2,640. Last time the note changed was October 2013. The next change isn't due till 2020. So keep tabs on that. 5 years away. There's an opera house in the United States-Canada border where the stage is one country and half the audience is another. Hey Liam, let's go to that opera house. I can still be in America, you can still be in Canada. It worked. It will work. It will work. The Romans used to clean and whiten their teeth with urine. Apparently it works. Oh, Julius, what do you do now? I wonder who's the idiot that discovered that this worked. Okay, I can't call him an idiot. It's a lot of these things you figure out, like, we do this now, but how was this discovered? How did we find this? Like milking a cow. How did that become a thing? And that's here. Whitening your teeth with urine. What happened to you one day? Were you just sitting there and you, like, something, like, urine or something on your teeth or something? How? Explain this to me. Sir, I don't know. There are around 60,000 miles of blood vessels in the human body. If you took them all out and laid them end to end, they stretch around the world more than twice. But seriously, don't do that either. Bing, bang, boom, super da. Don't do it. You'll kill yourself. You'll shoot yourself. You'll have your twins born 87 days apart. This has probably been the most random episode of Randomocity I'll ever have. But you know what? It's because 24/10 Apricots. Whatever. I'm the team Avatar I want to know. Thank you for liking, rating, commenting, and subscribing to the video and to the channel. Make sure to follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, and SoundCloud for more outside of YouTube entertainment. And a while back, I released this thing that you can actually hit me up on my Snapchat, but I took it down because of personal reasons. I'm now noticing Snapchat is actually making a public thing where people can follow it. I'm not doing that. Because I still think, personally, Snapchat is a personal account for your personal friends only. It's like a kick. It's like DMing someone. You don't get Snapchat. Never mind. My point is, I don't think it's a social network. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Team 112, out.